Okay, just picture this for a second. You've got a simple, hand-drawn floor plan on a napkin, right? And you watch it instantly transform into a fully furnished, photorealistic room. I'm talking perfect lighting, decor, the whole shebang. Well, guess what? This isn't science fiction anymore.
So let's dive into what's making this possible. It's one of the biggest leaps we've seen in AI image generation, a tool called Nano Banana Pro. And I want you to pay close attention to the words Google is using here.
See, they're not calling it just another tool. They're calling it a creative partner, a collaborator. So what is it really? Well, at its heart, it's an AI that makes images from your text prompts. But, and this is the key, it's running on the Gemini 3 engine, which is Google's smartest, most powerful AI. And that gives it some serious upgrades.
Okay, so let's pop the hood and see what's actually going on. What makes this so different from all the other image generators we've seen before? Because these changes, they're not just small tweaks. They're what make this a genuine revolution.
To really get why this is such a big deal, you have to remember what the old tools were like. You know how it was? They were pretty good at creating a cool vibe, but the details? A total mess. You'd ask for text and you'd get this garbled, alien-looking nonsense. You'd ask for a character and they'd look completely different from one image to the next. And layout? Forget about it.
Well, Nano Banana Pro comes along and just solves these problems with 3 core superpowers. First, it can actually write, clear, crisp, readable text right inside the image. Second, it gets space. It understands things like put this on the left or put that on top. And third, and this is huge, it can finally keep a character or a style looking the same across a whole bunch of images.
And the secret sauce behind all of this? It's that Nano Banana Pro isn't just an image model working in a vacuum. It's plugged directly into Gemini 3's massive brain, its understanding of the real world. That's how it knows how a shadow should fall or what makes a poster look cinematic. It's not just an artist, it's a reasoning engine that can actually see.
All right, so we've got these incredible new powers. The big question is, what can you actually do with them? Well, this is where it starts to get really exciting.
If you're professional, especially in marketing, this is an absolute game changer. You can visualize whole campaigns in an instant. Think about it. You generate a full brand kit, logo, colors, the works, and then, bam, you're immediately seeing mock-ups of that logo on t-shirts, billboards, or an ad with a perfect call to action.
And for creators, oh my gosh, it solves one of the biggest headaches out there, consistency. You can create a manga character and then just keep generating panels with that exact same character in different poses, with different expressions. The look stays perfect. Something like that used to take a team of people weeks to get right.
But you know, this might be the most mind-blowing use case I've seen yet. People are already figuring out that you can feed this thing a super dense, complicated academic paper, and it will spit out a visual summary, a complete infographic that explains the main ideas. Insane.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. This isn't just theory. Check out this comment from a Reddit user. This is the real-world impact it's having on how people learn and work right now. It's all about making complicated stuff way easier to grasp.
So you're probably looking at all this and thinking, okay, that's amazing, but how do I get my results to look that good? It's a great question, and it does take a little shift in how you talk to the AI.
The secret is all about leveling up from simple requests to what people are calling expert prompts. Here's the difference. It's like walking into a coffee shop and saying, "Give me a coffee," versus telling the barista the exact bean, the grind size, the water temp. One gives you a vibe, the other gives you a precise, professional result.
And it really just boils down to this 4-step approach. First, you tell it your goal. Is this a poster, an infographic? Then you define your subject with all the key details. Third, and this is the magic step, you set something called layout anchors. And finally, you lock in any hard rules, like a specific brand color.
So what on earth is a layout anchor? Honestly, just think of it like you're giving the AI a blueprint. You're drawing invisible boxes on the screen and saying, okay, in the top box, the header, put the title. In this column on the left, put a picture of an astronaut. And down here in the footer, put the release date. That's it. That's how you get that perfect control.
So we've got this incredible new power right at our fingertips. It sounds almost too good to be true, right? So it's probably a good time for a quick reality check.
Which brings us to the big, obvious question. Is this thing perfect? Is it the ultimate solution for everything?
And the short answer is nope, not yet.
And Google's actually been really upfront about the limitations. Really tiny text can still get a little wonky, and this part is absolutely critical. If it makes a chart or a diagram for you, you have to fact-check the data yourself. It's making a picture of data, it's not guaranteeing the data is right.
So the real key here is to treat it like a super powerful creative partner, not some kind of all-knowing oracle. But even with those limitations, people are seeing a massive shift. Just look at what this user said. This isn't just about making images, it's a whole new way of taking in knowledge.
And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? Reading text is linear, but seeing an idea, that engages a whole different part of our brain. Our visual memory is incredibly powerful, and this tool makes ideas feel more accessible, more sticky. You just remember them better.
Which leaves us with this final massive thought to chew on. We are at the very, very beginning of this thing, where the gap between a complex idea and a clear picture is just vanishing. So what happens when any concept, any story, any piece of data can be seen and understood instantly? Well, we're all about to find out.